Okay, so I'm filming a long form video and these idiots are gonna try and help me. But today I am filming a tutorial or a tips and tricks. And I've never done this before and I'm actually so excited because somebody actually asked for it and nobody's asked me to film videos before. So this is really exciting for me. I actually am using Peanut. So before I actually start this, I would like to say Peanut is he's trained to do this. This is what he's been doing for 5 of the 6 years that he's been alive. So it might not be as easy for someone else to teach their dog to do this as it is for me to do it with Peanut. He is on fire today, so hopefully he's in the mood for this. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and catch him and we will get started with some tips and tricks. I have secured the puppy. I don't think I actually said what we're doing today. I'm doing a tutorial or tips and tricks on how to get your dog, hi buddy, to jump off of a leash. So your dog needs to be able to jump a jump with a leash on confidently. If your dog cannot jump a jump with a leash confidently, then you can't do it without a leash. They need to be able to confidently and consistently jump a jump on a leash. And that's just that's like the biggest thing. Yeah, I know, buddy, you're doing so good. Do you want a treat? So for this, you need some sort of reinforcement, whether it's a treat, a favorite toy. I'm using treats because that's what works best for my dog. That might not be what works best for you. So if your dog will confidently jump on a leash and you're trying to start doing it without a leash, that's what I'm here to help with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the jump and we're gonna put it against this fence. So let me go do that. Okay, I now have my jump against the fence, so he cannot run out to the right side of the jump. I don't have anything blocking the left side because that's where I'm going to be standing. So the best way that I can demonstrate this is first you want to start on a leash. You want a leash. So we're gonna grab our dog and we're just going to jump it. And we're not gonna pull. We're just gonna, and see, he tried to go around it. So we're gonna redirect him and we're gonna get him closer to the end by the fence. I don't know why he likes to eat his leash. So once he is jumping on a loose leash against the fence, then we can start taking the leash off. But we're still gonna use our positive reinforcement. So I'm gonna take his leash off, and you want a good recall. He has a sucky recall, so we're gonna get super close to the jump and we're gonna make it really low. And he is right up on my hand with my treat and he's gonna jump. And when he jumps, we're gonna give him a treat and tell him that he's doing what I'm asking him to do. And you're gonna do this until you can walk beside him and point towards your jump and he will jump it. And this is gonna take a while. And again, Peanut has already been trained to do this. So this might take you weeks, or it might only take you a few tries, but this is the best starting point for a dog that is still learning to jump off of a leash. You do want a solid sit and a let's go, or whatever you want to call your recall. Whatever you want for your signal to get your dog to go. So he is doing great. So eventually, once you have a dog that will jump over the jump by the fence, you're going to move it away from the fence. So that's what I'm gonna go do. So my jump is now away from the fence, and what we're gonna do, that's his recall. So we're gonna sit, and I'm going to, he's not very helpful because he knows what he's doing. I'm going to guide him to the base of the jump. And we're going to keep it super small so that if he needs to, he can just come right up to it and step over it. And eventually really go, oh, I'm supposed to jump when you tell me to. And you can stand on one side of, sit, Peanut, sit. Stand on one side of the jump. He's too good for this, but Susie and Lucy don't jump, so I don't know how else to do this. Sit. You can stand on the other side and ask him to jump from the other side, but really just guiding him with something in your hand over the jump is going to be easiest. That is basically how I taught Peanut to do this, but he also really taught himself. This is what he wanted to do. So it's going to be a lot harder if your dog just doesn't enjoy this. So eventually your dog will be able to jump without a leash. So now we're going to go get another jump. I don't know what happened to my other jump. We're going to go get another jump of some sort if I can find one. And we're going to learn how to jump and turn to another jump. So I'm going to go get another jump really quickly if I can find one, because I don't know where my other jump went. But I'll go look for it, and then we will work on the turning. So I'll be right back. I have absolutely no clue what happened to my other jump, so we're being really, really, really makeshift here. Come here, Peanut. Good. Can you sit? So we're going to start guiding him to this jump and sit, and then guide him to this jump. Good. I don't care that he knocked it. He's allowed to knock it because he hasn't done this in so long. So I'm going to make it even lower. And now I'm going to guide him to this jump, and then we're going to turn and jump this jump. And we'll reward him because that's exactly what I'm asking him to do. He's not really respecting this jump because it's not actually a jump. So I don't really know what to do about that. We're just going to have to pretend that he cares. So eventually you will be able to go to the jump and ask him to turn. Good job. And this will take a while. I don't know how long it will take your dog, but for my dog, it took a very long time of just going on the leash and jumping and turning and jumping on a loose leash, not tugging. And eventually he understood, because this is something that a lot of dogs can't do. Like, they're not built for this. Like, recall is something you really, really want here. Yeah, there we go. So eventually your dog will start to understand that but you really have to guide them right here, and they will jump. That is how I've gotten Susie to jump the 2 times that she's ever jumped in her life. I've guided her right here, and she steps over it because she's so big. So if your dog isn't as big as my English Mastiff puppy, make the jump super small. A super small jump, and they can just step over it and they will understand. And I can't think of any more tips. If you are struggling with something specific, please feel free to comment about it, and I will say something about it, and I will help you. But that is the basics that I can think of right this second. So Peanut was such a good boy for our example. That is the first time he's done this in a long, long time, so I'm very, very proud of him. But that's all for today. So say goodbye, Peanut. Boop, boop. Okay, bye.